All right, good evening, everyone. Why am I syncing a whole lot of stuff? I'm gonna just go pause that. Pause the sync. All right, welcome to the stream. Nick, it's 45 degrees sailing here, and tonight is our itinerary planning session. Now, if you were following the, what do we call it? The vote on YouTube, where we set out a, okay, we go Chrome share, there we go. Where's YouTube gone? Where's our channel? View my channel. Where we set out a community post for posts, is that where it is? Community post for a poll, and it was a question of coming up Tuesday, the 4th of February, which is tonight, 2100 local time. Drop a vote in. Where would you like us to start this week? And it was 60 votes in to Trogia. Okay, so we will put a new post up for next week, and Trogia will not be in it. And I think someone commented to ask for Murter to be put in it. So that's where we'll go next week, is we'll bring Murter into the mix and we'll vote on that. So I'll throw that up at some point tonight or whatever. Or actually, I should throw it up now. I should throw it up now so that people can vote now if they're on the site. So let's throw that in there. So planning session coming up on Tuesday, I suppose it's plus 14 days, so it must be the 18th of February, 2100 local time. Where would you like it to be next week? This is a quiz? No, poll, text poll. So option 1 is going back to Pula. Option 2 is going to be Zadar again. Option 3 is going to be Dubrovnik. And through popular, well, through someone asking, Murter is going to be there. So jump on that if you want to vote for the next one, I think. Did that post? It should have posted. Refresh. Okay, I don't know where it's gone. If that didn't work, I'll pick it up later. So, welcome everyone. I'm going to run the car. All right, so let's go to some of the comments just very quickly. Straight in with a big one. Planning a week from sailing from Trogia in June 25. Looking forward to comments in tonight's program over routes, nice places, including Lastovo, Miet, which will be the most distant islands. Miet's a long way to go. Depends if you've got 2 weeks or not. It's a long way to go in 1 week from Trogia, but certainly doable if you want to put in the hours, for sure. We can talk about some of those. Good evening, Nico. Dobroveche, Mahina. Can we please make the next one harder for Nick, please? That's hilarious. I do live in Trogia, don't I? Graham's online. Nico's saying hi, and Mahina's there as well. All right, so look, we've got 27 people online. If you are new to the stream, please interact, jump in, tell me, tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, and just start firing these questions out. Now, please locate, center, center your questions in on the leaving from Trogia area, and we'll do other stuff that is north, further from Zadar, Šibenik, all this sort of stuff, or Dubrovnik in the next one. So, like how? I don't understand. Lovelace says, for Miet and Lastovo in June, I'd recommend booking a boat with a Jenica. Fair enough. And Vincent Deleuze here, good evening, everyone. Okay, look, if you haven't hit like on that video yet, I love watching that thing ping off, so throw that down. And yeah, we'll get into this. Guppy's here, tuned in from a warm and sunny Tenerife. Welcome. All right. Okay, I just need to check. I always got to check my messages that are firing through from the team, because that could mean, oh, that's right, I need to check my sound. Where's my monitor sound? I'll do that in a second. Tell me if my sound's all good. Excellent, that's all good there. And stream, I've just got to make sure that the output is good. Audio monitor on, external headphones And it's always really weird when I hear my voice right as I'm talking, but that sounds pretty good. Now, I learned from last week to turn that off again, otherwise I get a weird reverberation. All right, Bojan. Dobro večer, everyone. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I love this Chicago here, but Croatian. Bojan Belovic. I couldn't quite even pick up. You might have been Croatian. Nice. Brač Split. Excellent. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Marius, good evening from Romania. Another place I need to go. I still haven't been to Romania. Look, welcome. I'm loving it. I'm loving all the people online. Remember, hit that like button and let's get started on this. So, another thing to remember, no, that's done. The charter competition's finished. So there will be more charter competitions, but anyway, that's all good. But if you are looking for, if you have not booked your boat yet, please, for the summer, contact us because we do bareboat charter and we can help you find the best boat suited for you, and we can give you all this information, have a call with me and all that sort of stuff. So that would be really, really cool. If we do that, because that's our livelihood now. Okay, so we're going to throw in a Chrome share here. All right, so if you don't know, we do itinerary planning. Okay, so we actually do itinerary planning as a service, which you can book. So you can do a private itinerary plan with us here. I don't know where these. I must have thrown these on here just for fun. I'm going to delete them. You can do itinerary planning with us. We can build something completely custom for you. But tonight we're going to sort of build a, that's why I've got my other mouse pad here. Build a route from Trogir as a seven day charter. Nothing too majorly ambitious. It's mainly about, hey, here's a kind of a stock standard route that you could do. It's going to be very good for the masses, and then I want you to ask those questions. Throw them out and say, hey, what about this spot? Or what do I need to think about if I'm on the south side of East? You know, all of this sort of stuff. Or where's the best spot in your decision on the north of Brač near Pušica? You know, all of that sort of stuff. So, Raphael, new here. Hi guys, looking for some tips and routes. August 2025 planning from Split to Dubrovnik and back 2 weeks. Okay. My biggest thing on that is going to be, that's a long way to go. It's a long way to go, but absolutely fine. I'm a big fan of not wasting my time trying to visit the city of Dubrovnik while I'm on a boat, because I'm paying a lot of money for a boat. So it's like I always tell people, if you're going to visit Dubrovnik itself, like the old town, then do that outside of your boating time. Because you can't park right in the old town or anything. You're in Bruges or you're in ACI. So yeah. Hello everyone, here from Argentina. Diego's here. Thank you, Diego. Peter Horn Peterson checking in. Good evening from DK. All right, sailing out of Trogir. Yes, you are on the 20th of the 9th on Kind of Magic. Have notepad ready. I thought you said have not paid. I was like, hey, we better get that sorted. Who's that boat from? 45D, of course. All right. And we've got Yore. Good evening. We also plan a mid-May 1 week sailing from Trogir. We would love to have not more than 2 to 2.5 sailing hours per day. Wife issues. I don't know if wife issues is the right way to put that. Any suggestions? Okay, cool. No, I'm liking this. Okay, so we're gonna kick off. This is gonna be tough because there's a lot of people online, and which is great, and there's a lot of questions coming in, which is also great. So, look, if you do itinerary planning with us, you'll get these are kind of my pins. For restaurants we like, for anchorages I like. They're not all on here because I just can't have them all on here really, because there's pins that anyway. So we've got purple for like provisioning or services. I've got pins for Zadar region services, all this sort of stuff like that. So there's all this sort of stuff on here that I've just put in manually into the Google Maps thing, and this is private, but I share the map with you when you join with us. So let's dive in. Obviously, we're going to be starting from Trogir because that was the brief. So if we look at our range, now, if you've got early check-in, great, okay? Not everyone's going to have early check-in, so I would just be a bit careful about what you're planning for this first night. And And this is a good night. If you want to leave the marina on Saturday, highly recommend. One, early check-in's great. But two, if you want to leave the marina on Saturday and it's a busy time of the year, really you need to have a reservation or at least a plan for somewhere, okay? So reservations could be done in this, like let's look at this range here. Nico's saying, has anyone been to Lonely Paradise? Good call on that. So this isn't, okay, that's a little bit more ambitious for that first night, but if you've got a reservation, that is absolutely cool. Why is this not working? It is kind of, was it my fingers? I don't know, I'll use my mouse. So on the south side of Shelter here in Tatinia Cove is Lonely Paradise. Okay, if we look at this in Google Maps, this is a nice little kind of semi-kept secret in here. I love this place. It's absolutely beautiful. They've got mooring balls right in this little bay here. Incredibly picturesque little spot. There's a catamaran doing its catamaran thing. There's spots out further where you can take those mooring balls, take lines to the shore. Now, in recent years, they have now put in more buoys over here, or more mooring balls over this side as well, that are government, I think. Yeah, and this is what your Lonely Paradise looks like when it's full. So this is the restaurant just on the left here, and there's a bunch of mooring balls. Now, they have a fantastic website these days. Lonely Paradise Restaurant Grahote. There it is. So you can, yeah, look, that's beautiful. You can, they've even upgraded it some more. You can make reservations here, okay? This is a great spot to come. You can book how many people, what time, how are you arriving, what day. Yeah, arriving, prepayment. Anyway, you guys can go through that. That's lonely-paradise.resos, whatever. But you can book there, and you can also tell them what you've got, so you can get a overnight buoy, and then you can prepay for Pekka if you're ordering Pekka, the slow roast. So Lonely Paradise, good call from Nico. It is a great. Did I just close everything? No. That is a great spot to go. So things to watch out for there. And actually, if you make a reservation at Lonely Paradise, they're really great because you'll get on the text chain, or they'll have an automated message, not an automated message, but if you've got a reservation there and they have south swell coming into the bay or forecast of south swell, they'll message you and say, I've had this message before, and it was like, hey, we can't guarantee you're going to have a good night. You know, it'd be pretty bad. So basically they're saying, hey, if you should cancel now if you want to, find somewhere else. So when they see that coming, really, really cool thing. So look, if you book with Lonely Paradise, tell them Nick from 45 Degrees Sailing sent you. I don't know if they remember me. I don't go there a lot. I send a lot of people there, but I don't go there a lot. And Mahin has said, Nick has still never taken me, still hasn't taken me there. So yeah, no, I haven't. But Mahin is very, very, this isn't a wife issue, this is a wife trait. And it's the same with me, actually. I like a very flat boat when I sleep at night. I don't like a rocking. And sometimes you get the northwest wave will come and wrap into here. If you end up side onto that, it could be uncomfortable in a monohull. So you've just got to know what the weather's doing and be very ready for it. So that could be a longer range trip down to Lonely Paradise for your first night. You've, of course, got Nechuam on this side. As far as bays to anchor in and space, Nechuam's kind of like a very go-to, but you can imagine it would get pretty crowded being so close to Split, so close to Karstella, so close to Trogir, Marina, all of this, and like everyone kind of flocks over there, especially if there's a north wind. Now, if there's a border, this is actually quite sheltered in behind here for anchoring, but it's quite deep. Okay, it's anchoring in 10 to 12 to 15 meters, especially once the bay starts filling up. You've got Mareta restaurant down in here, and you've got spot down here where you can go stern to. Where's my satellite image on this one? Let's have a satellite terrain. Just like you've seen these boats here, go stern to. And there's a little wreck in the bay. Now, this place can get busy in the mornings. I'm not going to go into all this detail right now, but you can definitely anchor and go stern to down here. It is definitely still first come, first serves. Okay. Looks like Nico and Mahina have got a deal about Lonely Paradise, and early check-in isn't advisable for Lonely Paradise. Yeah, you're going to need it. Let's, Let's look at that distance. I think I've got another button that will do it here. Nick's iPhone, there we go. So I got this working this week. I don't know what's different, but anyway. So let's look at that distance. There I am. You can go from my boat now. Well, no, it's me, but my boat's right here. Say you're coming from this area in Troguier and you were going to Lonely Paradise. We are talking 20 plus miles. Oh, sorry, I'm 12 plus miles. So 12.8 miles as like straight line, easy sort of run. So not like it's not terrible, but call that, if you want to sail, that's 3 hours. If you don't leave till 5, then that's getting late. And if you're there in late June, July, August, early September, that's fine because you've got daylight, but also for dinner, blah, blah, blah. Just be aware that that's a thing, okay? Whereas I kind of like to, especially if people are getting used to a boat, this sort of range of about 10 miles is still a distance. What I would avoid, unless you have super early check-in and a fast boat, a lot of people from Split, this is much more manageable, going to Brach. That's 17 miles. Really, it's 3 hours. That's set to the speed of my boat. No, that's not true. But like it's 3 hours, so just be very aware. Just be very aware of that. I don't want to lose that one. So let's zoom out there. I've got a couple of comments coming in. How long is it to sail from Troguier to Lonely Paradise if I don't have an early check-in? It's the same time distance. Yes, I think we just covered that. I didn't see the question. Leto next door to Lonely Paradise shelter. Look, I have not eaten there. That's this one here. Okay, they've got a couple of mooring balls as well. I have definitely been in the bay and anchored and saw a catamaran almost hit the rocks there, Muppet. I have been recommended that by a number of people. So that is on my list to visit at some point. I would like to go to Leto. The bay is beautiful and they don't have many tables as far as you can see. It's just like, it is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And it's a little bit more tucked around if the northwest is blowing. South swell on both of these just get slammed, so don't even think about it. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful spot. I would definitely recommend trying this out. It's funny that I haven't been there actually. Anyway. So Leto for sure, Boyan, for sure. I've heard really good things from people I trust. Lovelace says Lonely Paradise isn't far when you consider acceleration zones around Dervinic. When the Maestral blows, it always screams across in no time. Yeah, if you've got the breeze, but a lot of mid-afternoon, late afternoon, like if you don't leave in that nice afternoon wind of 1 or 2, 3 p.m., a lot of the times in the summer, that beautiful Maestral that will be pumping down here at 20 plus is great. But you get it like coming out of here and then now it's 5 o'clock and it starts to die off and you have great fun till about here and then it's like, and then you're motoring the rest of the way. If you get away or if that wind holds, yes, it's great. Should I shut up and let you talk? No, keep them flowing. Keep them flowing. You won't believe how tired I am tonight. I'm very tired. I've had about 3 hours sleep this morning, and we've been going for it all day, which has been great. But I'm tired. So hey, bring on the help. Okay, so let's say you've also got in range Maslenica. Now, this is all depending on your comfort level as a skipper. Okay, if you want something booked and 100% and you don't mind paying for it, Martinez Marquis at Maslenica is a great spot, okay? They hold your reservations. Now, I'm going to be a little bit naughty here. They say we'll hold your reservation till 5 p.m. Now, the reality is on a Saturday, they're gonna hold it a bit later. Just keep in touch with them. They'll call you. They're really onto it in that office. They will call you and say, hey, you still coming tonight? And you're like, yeah, we're getting out of the marina and we're coming. But it's very close to Troguier, so it's a nice little run. It's a very popular spot. You would need a reservation here this year, okay? But Martinez Marquis, albeit one of the not the highest, ACI is higher, but a nice marina to go to, beautiful spot. The only thing I say about going to there on the first night is it feels like a bit of a waste because you don't get there until late in the evening, and it's like, right, next day we're going to get out and get going. So you don't get to spend the time. You've noticed I've got an anchorage out in front of it as well. You can anchor out here as long as you give enough distance from here. You can anchor over here. As you can see with all these boats, you can anchor over here. You often get a bit of shelter from Polimbraniak, from the Maestral as well. So look, there's definitely place to go. Now, notice I've got no pins of my own in Sheshula. Shishmish, Sheshula, this whole bay, I don't go there. A lot of people love this spot, and it's great, and it's so sheltered. It's sheltered in just about everything. It's a great spot. I'm not knocking it. It's often too full for my liking. There's a lot of boats in there in the summer, and like it's beautiful, but all the traffic and everything, it's not for me. If you're looking, I just need someone to go on the first night, this is a great option because you could get a reservation. There is mooring balls in here. You go stern to the shore. They'll fill it up in here, all of that. There's a little these floating docks come out and they set them up in the summer. And you can get boats in here. It's a busy place, okay? And they'll be able to see that. Show me Sheshula, show me Shishmish. See some photos. I mean, you guys can check all this out as well. I'm going to have to move a little faster on this, I think, if we're going to get through this. But see, they put their floating docks out. People are stern to there. They put boats in, kind of boats everywhere. You can see it's busy. It's a cool spot. It's sheltered. It's a good idea. You don't necessarily need to be the most, what's the word? You don't necessarily need to have the best spot on the first night. Everyone's settling into the boat. You probably haven't even unpacked your bag properly. You want to get somewhere, have some dinner, get some rest because the first day of charter is stressful, okay, for a lot of people. So don't be shying away from that place because I don't have any pins there. I've got a lot of pins. I'm very picky, so it's just not on my list of places to go. Excellent. All right, looking at potential anchorages, easy, close by anchorages. Okay, this is a very popular anchorage in here. And if you've got northeast or anything, you can anchor along these shores and in this area. It's silty sand through here. It's very easy anchoring and there's space. There will be a lot of people in there, just like there will be a lot of people in the Blue Lagoon. Every day, okay, the Blue Lagoon will have boats in here and all that. If you're in a catamaran, this is all this in here is catamaran haven. If you're in a monohull, then you need to stay out into these bits, and please try and not drop in the Pasadena the weed, because it's, we need to look after it, but try and pick that spot where there is no weed to drop your anchor. Those spots are great. So let's do a little thing. Now what I'm going to do, can I do this here? Main, give me I did this one, I could redo it. No, 45D. What's that? 45D pirate fleet. Don't know what that button is. Okay, text. I can't just write. No, I can't just write on this. I want to do a whiteboard like I do on Zoom, but I can't. So what I'm thinking about here is, oh man, I've had heaps of comments, but I was scrolled up and I didn't see them. I kept on thinking, since Nico said, should I shut up? There's been no comments. Okay, Mahin has said, if you want a mooring ball or space on a dock on a Saturday night, you need to make a reservation in advance. Absolutely, as long as there's places that you can make reservations. If you don't have early check-in, where would you suggest the first night's good? That's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to start building the run. Where would it be a good day's sail if leaving Sunday AM? Okay, basically everywhere that's going to be in range for our second stop is going to be in range for that Sunday. So that's cool. And if you want to do a whole day sail, V's is on the card with the right wind. Marcelise is beautiful. This is the first night stop last year, and second night unplanned due to storms. Fair. If it's really crazy southeast, Marcelisa can get a wave in there and get a bit uncomfortable. So just be aware. Well then, with a motivated crew, I went down to Sveti Clement on a Saturday more than once. Yes, we know. Or Rogoznica to Bishevo, if the crew's up for it, it's May, June. Yeah, and look, if you've got the daylight, it's all good. Verbolska on my first night. I used to love this run, okay? We'll talk about that, and I think that's actually the one to answer Guppy on this one for Sunday. Vitaboska is a great run. And I did Graham's itinerary plan, so I know. 5 p.m. departure, it's Shelterbrach. Yeah, or Dirvenik, but let's say early check-in, how far would you go? Park Lenny, further out. You know what? Again, forecast pending, how far would I go? It's all going to be on that weather and what you know is coming. And if you know where you're landing, okay, if you know the area you're going to end up in, then that is one thing, because you know the anchorage and you're like, hey, I know where I'm going to drop my anchor. And if it's getting a little bit dark, if you're experienced that. But if you're going to somewhere where you have no idea what it looks like, it's your first time, you want to be arriving in daylight. You want to be arriving with hours to spare. Not to mention for your crew, they actually kind of want to swim and hang out on the boat and do all that sort of stuff. So let's do this first run. I'm going to go down to itinerary plan here. We're going to put a thing in. So out of Trogger on the first night for this one, we're going to come out. We're going to call it, actually, I'm going to go for a really different one here. We did this on our flotilla. This is also quite popular up into Vinnyshire. Okay, so let's say day one, and all of you people that are looking for a advanced itinerary plan of hey, what about a really secluded? I can't give you all of that and satisfy everyone tonight, but you can book an itinerary planning session with me. So this is just a really easy cover. This is Trogger to Vinnyshire, okay, and this is going to be on anchor. So often I say anchoring on the first night is good because you're full of water, you're full of power, and you're not going to coop everyone up for too long, okay? So look, that's a really short sail. And the thing I like about being close by the base is if something goes wrong with the boat or something's not quite right, and you get out here and you call the base up and say, hey, look, it's Saturday night, it's 8 p.m. We've just arrived and the water heater's not working, or we've just arrived and we've got whatever, the battery voltage is really falling, whatever it is, then you're really close to the base and there's no excuse for them to not be able to come out. And I mean, look, good charter companies, they're going to sort you out anyway. If you book through us, you're going to get sorted out. But this makes it really easy for them to come out either that night or in the morning to sort you out and get it done. As soon as you know of a problem, you tell your charter company. Okay, so Vinnyshire on Saturday night. Now we can go north for this actually. No, we'll do the main islands down here. Now I'm gonna have to catch up with comments here. This is gonna be tough. Everyone's rocking. I heard of issues with breaking moorings in Sheshula last season. Yeah, yes, that is a very real thing, and I forgot about that. Thank you, Nico. I'm gonna need some water. Yeah, some of them were just not in good. They were not in good condition, and lines were breaking with heavy winds and yeah, there is no contract. They're giving you the mooring for free. So that's not going to happen. Quite like it, it can be fun in the right wind. Also a steep introduction to some crews member. Yeah, we did. So talking about that run down to Vitaboska on the first night, we did that with one crew of ours. We arrived in the dark. It was freaking awesome. We're in a Hansa 505 and we were doing 11, 12 knots and about 36 knots of wind and thunder and lightning. It was amazing. Treats makes the trip worth, of course. We're going to talk about Vitaboska. Why would we not go to Vitaboska tonight? What, Nico? Really? Okay, Nico, we got to sort you out. That's all stuff. Kut's here. Knut. Everyone's here. Welcome from Zurich. Meanwhile, my dad on the first day, Trollgetter Lastovo. Works well for avoiding crowds. Certainly does. And you've got the wind. I love it. But we're going to leave that one out. Okay, so I've caught up on comments. That's great. Let's go back to the share. So Vinny's share there. Now, someone asked, what's a decent day sail? We're going to pop down to Vitaboska because if you get out of wherever you are early, okay, have your breakfast and get moving. Very likely it's going to be calmer wind in the morning. Okay. Now I would come out this side and pop my way through here. Now, even if you're I'm going to do this. You can go through this gap as long as there's not too much boats on your cats. You can go through here, and your small monohulls you can go through there. I do not go through there in Mila Felice, and I just avoid it in most boats. Catamaran's absolutely fine. It just gets a little bit shallow. So I would come down here and put some distance on before your wind builds. if you've got northwest weather. This is based on a standard sort of northwest wind. Now, what's great about that, drop into one of these bays for a swim stop. I love this one. There's some cool rock climbing. There's a nice little area, but Mahina will tell you the secret about that if she's listening. And tell her how Haley Sparrow ate her lunch. All right, now, I love to come down here. Remember, you've got the sub-caves and stuff on the south side of the branch that a lot of people don't know about. They think the main sub-cave is on V's and all that. But this run down here, if you want to do some sailing, if you want to find some afternoon wind, this is the place to do it, okay? This Hvarski Canal, down between Brach and Hvar, is some of the awesome. Mahina says, no, I won't. There's a couple of beehives in there, okay? So there's just a few beehives up in the back there. Nothing bad, but if you bring your food out and you have it out for a decent amount of minutes, they'll probably come over, especially in the major heat, and they'll look for the water. That's what I was on about. So what I love is this coming down through here, okay? Now, a good example of that is this my shorts? I don't know how YouTube works. No, that's not my shorts. How do I go to my channel, view channel? What up, 50 Cent? Shorts, I had a great short on that Fountain Peugeot where we were rocking down through the Hvarski Canal. And I was like, this is no, it's not going to be here. But basically you get a good 20, oh, that's it there, Fountain Peugeot. So it's doing 9.5 knots in this FP47. So this is this area here, and it's an acceleration zone because of the Venturi effect. So you get to, don't tell anyone I was on a catamaran, you get to really have an acceleration and a great bit of wind down through here on a broad reach, rocking down there and enjoying it, especially in the mid to late afternoon. Now that's going to come into play on our next day, if you look at that, but that is a great afternoon sail, getting down to Vrbovska, in the area down here. So Vrbovska, 100%, I'm recommending this one as your, like Sunday night stop. Great longer sail for the day, decent, get in on the dock and go on the pier right here next to us at Vrbovska. And of course, you've got to eat dinner at Treats of Gardaland and tell them 45 Degrees Sailing sent you. We did their promotional video. Okay, so if you see that somewhere on our channel or on their channel or whatever, we did a promotional video. But you sit right on the river, they've got pizza, they've got fish, they've got octopus, they've got fresh fish, they've got all the things, and they're very good with all the menus anyway. Enough about food. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot in Vrbovska. There is Jelsa around here, if that's your cup of tea. For some reason, we just never really warmed to Jelsa. It's always been Vrbovska, and Jelsa gets slammed in the northeast. All right, it gets really messy, and in the southeast as well. Uvala Zaglav. Okay, yeah, Zaglav is pretty good. Now I know that name, I know where that is, but I'm gonna have to Google it because my brain is broken right now. Oh no, I know where that is. I know where that is. Yeah. This side around here. Oh, of course, that was the place I recommended. Oh my God, thank you. I'm broken. I'm absolutely broken. Yeah, perfect. All right, Fountain Peugeots generally sail pretty well. They do. 50 cent special guest on 45D. Bonus for that route, all the windsurfers around Bowl. Great watching them fly. Yes, and thank you for mentioning that, Boyan, because that's this one in here, and they will rock out across Bowl, sail past Zlatny Rat, wave at the people and sail away because it's too busy. There's some really cool caves up in here though. There's a little campground here, and there's a neat, look, there it is. It's just a tiny cave. It's not huge, it's not massive, but it's fun to just sit out here and swim in, and people snorkel in it. And it's like, hey, we're in a cave. It's cool. Nice little swim stop. So that's our day 2. What did I do here? Line 2. Let's do that as Sunday. Oh my gosh, I broke it. Undo. Oh, I broke everything. Oh no, that's it. Sunday, this is Vrbovska. All right, we're going down to Vrbovska. So in the options of down at Vrbovska as well, this is quite good One, not as many people get down here. Vidobojska doesn't get as busy. It's really, really great. And there's, if you go to Vidobojska, you need to go to Tlica Gardaland. Not straight in there. Highly recommend Vidobojska. I love it. I love it. So this anchorage, I often tell people about this anchorage. If you are looking, look, there's a lot of people out there that are not comfortable spending a night on anchor. I 100% understand that. And that's a good wariness, or that's a good thing to be nervous about if you haven't done it before, especially in Croatia where it can be quite deep, and the holding is not, it's not like drop an anchor in the Caribbean, which is the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. Whereas if you want to spend a first night on anchor, you want to be confident in it and you want to not have to stress too much. This is a really good anchorage. You can see by the contour and the shading, it's a very even seabed and it's a silty, sandy bottom. So pretty much anywhere you're not dodging weed, and it will dig in really well. This is a great overnight anchorage in all weather except the southeast. I'm not sharing my screen. This is a great anchorage in all weather except the southeast. This is just outside Vidobojska. So even the northeast comes ripping down on this angle, actually a little bit like this, but it can be very sheltered in here in a northeast and a strong border, and it gets really strong border out here. Okay, so that is a great anchorage. You've also got, if you're one of those people who wants a 100% rock solid reservation, then you could go to ACI Marina. You can book online, get that reservation, they'll hold you that spot, and you can arrive later in the day, or you can try coming and get on the town pier here, first come, first serve at Vidobojska. But at least you've got those options. Now, for those of you that get stranded, and there's no places in the anchorage, and there's no places in the marina, or no places there, or no places in Jelsa, come down here, drop anchor in the middle here, and put a stern line to shore. It's really good. It's actually very good holding, and it's quite nice. It might take a little bit of thinking and all that sort of stuff if you haven't done that before, but it's a good alternative. All right. Tlica Gardaland is a good trip to Croatia without even eating there would just be wrong. Love it. Some nice places on the north side of Brač. Absolutely, there is. There's some nice places on the north side of Brač. I'm not going to go over that right now because I'm going to end up, what's that time? I'm already at 38 minutes. I suck at this. Feel like I don't have a choice now. Tlica will have to, oh yeah, dude, Frei Calamari, best in the world. Great anchorage with very interesting views. Oh, Graham, don't be a prude. There's nude beaches around there. Get over it. And please don't body shame people about old, big, small, whatever, wrinkly, young, fit, whatever. It's everyone's. It's not your responsibility. So it's not their responsibility where you look. So yeah, enjoy. All right, out early. Stop by Zechevo. I'm going to just dodge this around here. Zechevo is beautiful. There's also a really nice spot in here. All of these in here are really pretty. So you could choose any one of those for a morning coffee, swim, chill out. Now, the key here is if we've got northwest forecast, get out sailing before midday, because you have a beautiful upwind sail up into here before that wind kicks up to what you experienced the night before. All right, so this is one of my like timing and absolute tips for my itineraries and what I do and why it works out so well. Out early of the marina, into that anchorage, okay, one of those there, beautiful, calm, clear water, sunny, lovely, blah, blah, blah. Swimming, paddleboarding done, okay. 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Start on your way. Quiet sailing upwind, getting sportier, getting sportier, getting sportier. And then by the time you're up here and it's gotten really sporty, you've now got a direct line pretty much to sail up here, maybe one tack and get around the point. Whereas if you don't leave here until 1, then heading up all this spot, you're going to get hit with that 25 knots Venturi effect running through there. If it picks up like that, it doesn't always, and then you're going to get slammed. All right, so then we're going to go, we've been possibly on the dock over here. This is me. I love sailing through this gap. And if you want another little swim stop, it's either here, just around this island, it's pretty, or this little anchorage here. That's Nick's spot right there. Or if you're worried about timing because you're trying to get onto a dock or pick up a mooring ball in the busy season, then punch straight across here to Kut. Okay, and we've got to start moving on this. Now, as I say, this is quite a standard itinerary type move. This is no secrets to this. We're just kind of understanding it. Okay, so this would now be Monday, and we're going to go Wysoka to Wies. If the weather's right, okay? If we're still looking at a northwest flow, northwest forecast, okay? Northwest flow. Whoops. Northwest flow. Done. If it was northeast, I wouldn't be planning on heading into heading into Kut. If it was northeast, I'd be rolling with that. It'd be great fun. Come down here and do Komija, okay? So there we go, Monday. So we've come out here, Venice chair, big sale the next day. Okay, we've got a couple of big sales going on here, which is great. What do we got here on the comments? Thanks for the anchoring tip. You are most welcome. Hey, can you recommend some place near Hua City where you can anchor and drive with the dinghy into town? Oh my God, dude. Everyone wants to know about this because no one wants to spend the money at Marina Parmigiana because it's absolute rort of a price, but they want their boat to be safe. I'm going to say some really harsh news here, and you might know this already. We did anchor directly at the swimming beach west of the city, but it was a bit sketchy. Yes, okay, look, it is one of the busiest places. Okay, let me go to the share. This is the busiest piece of water. What am I doing? This in my screen here. This is the busiest piece of water in Croatia for recreational craft, basically, okay? You've got all of the ferry connections coming in, sometimes some mini cruises, all of the charter boats. Look at all the boats dotted in here. It's ridiculous. And that's actually not a busy day. Anyway, can you recommend someone to anchor and go to the city? Yes, I can. And I don't recommend that anyone leaves their boat alone on anchor in the season, period. All right? It's just not for any long period of time. It's like, hey, I'm going to go in and pick people up from the dinghy, but I kind of see what's going on. If I can see the boat or I'm within 10 minutes, okay. You're still taking a risk. It's fine. That's a risk we do. But if someone comes up, it's not your anchoring that's necessarily the problem. It's the next guy. Yeah. And see, it was more a thing about space. That's it. Yeah, more of a dinghy ride through the, anchoring through the night, of course. Okay, cool. And it was more about space. Okay, so look, here's the best. Obviously, you can see everyone here. This is where they do it. Okay, they're like, hey, we're all gonna anchor here because we want to be right in the thick of it. Horrible overnight. There is so much wave traffic. I never catch me doing it. I come in and around here. See, I can drop in the light water here every now and then. But if it's northwest left over, it's lumpy. It's horrible. Those are the ones that are in range, okay, for a dinghy ride. And that's it. If you've got a powerful dinghy, you can come round to, this is one of the best spots, okay? This is, crap, I go ahead at least every second week. Oh my God. Someone tell me the name of this. Someone tell me the name of this. I can't remember. What's going on? No, it'll come to me. Oh, Veligashka. This is Veligashka. It's deep and you need to do a stern line really. You can see the big boats come and grab it. This is a great spot. There's even a restaurant here, but if you're wanting to go to town for dinner, you can't park at the restaurant, but you can go stern to along here. That's about as safe it's going to get, but that is a long dinghy ride. Get a water taxi or something like that. Otherwise, yeah, it's basically put your boat over here and get a water taxi. Put your boat into Marina Parmigiana and take the water taxi over if you want to feel safe. I won't spend too much line on that. Yeah, that space. The bottom and fire is made of a series of long stone tiles, theoretically worst bottom to anchor on. Yeah, it's kind of rubbish. I've always held pretty good in those areas I talked about, but I wouldn't, I mean, if it's crazy weather, you're not going to plan on be there. Hey, for Veligashka. Beautiful bay. Yeah, it's stunning. Okay, let's get back on track. So, okay, did I miss some? We did anchor, positive, great anchorage, Dammerfield. No, I think, north side of Brach. I'm not going to hit the north side of Brach today. No, that's cool. Okay, don't worry, Nico. I won't give it away either. Okay, so let's say you spent a night. Now, in Wies, we sort of talked about Wies, but you could What's going on in Vis? You've got Kut, okay, where you've got, this is Kut. I think it translates to corner in Croatian. Can someone Croatian just check Kut corner or like, you know, tell me. But Kut in Vis, I love this spot. This is my go-to. I like being there, but it's first come, first serve, and it's busy. In the season, you got to be there like 1 o'clock. Then you've got your whole mooring field all around here. Through till about early July. This isn't going to fill up till 4 or 5, maybe even 6 p.m. at night. July, August could be filling up by 2 or 3. You just don't know, and it's very deep outside the moorings. Make sure that you do not anchor anywhere near this ferry run. And the ferry run is not just in the middle. It's like you can see they've got 3 tracks there. And then you've got Luka Vis down here, which takes a lot more boats than Kut, but it's yeah, it's good. Yeah, so those are great spots. Some beautiful restaurants you can see out a bunch of pins, and good reprovisioning down there as well. You've also got the sub cave over here. This is an option for anchoring if it's not too busy, but you see it gets full very fast. People kind of go dot, 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 dot. Here's an insider tip. And look, don't come to me when you mess this up and it doesn't turn out here. It doesn't turn out as I said it. Main places. Where's my button's not here. I had a different button. Oh, Ecamm Live, there we go. Next up, okay. So this is that same spot. Okay, look at this. This says sub cave, and then it says, oh, they've updated it. Okay, this used to say it was like 1 meter here, right in the middle. Now it's been updated. And it was hilarious because this is exactly why you don't see anyone in here, right? They've just sort of stopped right where that point stops. And how do I move that over? Yeah, see? And yet I can put the monohull in here. It's actually deep enough and it's beautiful. So I'd have all these catamarans standing out here. No one's going in because the charts say it's too shallow. I roll in with a 2.7 meter draft and come into here. And they're like, what? Anyway, but that's a cool spot to go. Don't be this guy. Please don't be this guy. This is a high tourist spot. Everyone's coming to see the sub cave and do it. Don't be these guys that, or girls would, don't be these people that come and park in the cave and kind of just stock it up for everyone. It's just a bit of a move. I'm not a fan. So yeah. Anyway, that was going to be one of my tips. This is swim caved off, but this can get quite exposed in a northeast. It wraps around in here. Good in a northwest, but the wind funnels. No, I need to click on that, and then I get my button. There we go. Okay. Where are we going here? Couple of comments rolling through. Let's hit that. You want to see why? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lovro. Kut usually means angle, but depending on the context, I mean corner. Thank you. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Should have seen Wallace told you about Marinero and Kut was deaf in the middle. That was actually quite funny. He's a really lovely guy too, and he does so well. Would you dock in Stardigrad and taxi over to Hvar instead? Hey, Anna, that is a hashtag content agency. It's funny because it's a picture of me there. That is a brilliant call, actually. So yes, if you want to go to Hvar town, because it's all about Hvar town, you can actually, you can go to a couple of places. You could go to Milna, you could go to Parmigiana, you could go to what they call over here as Plaja Vera, Luca Vera, this area, and get a taxi over. We got a comment on the last stream last week. And also you could go to Stardigrad and then get a taxi over here or to Hvar. That's a lot longer. It's going to be a bit more expensive, but this is quite good. All of these bays here are very well protected in most weather, so you could taxi from there. And there's some good mooring ball options in these as well. So very, very good call on that. Thank you, Anna. Was so busy last year when I got to Kut. Yeah, crazy. Oh yeah. You got sorted out. Where are we on this one? Hit that main so I can see this comment. In September, I sat in V's South Pier, and at 23 hours, a ferry came, made big waves. Okay, yes. This is a really good point. Okay, especially at Luka Vis. The ferry's going to come in there, and the way its stern wave comes in and wraps on, it gets the boats on a real angle. So always in places like this, think about your staggering of your masts, okay? And then that your swim platform is like, when your swim platform's down, it's a decent distance from the dock, because you're going to get a rise and a drop back into the air, and you just want to be real careful of that. Use the length of your plank. Use the length of your plank in Kut, in these places. Definitely. Good call. Thank you very much, Marius. Okay, button, there it is. Okay, let's get rid of that comment off the screen. Graham, Mahina, September 30th, Marius. Weather was fine, 10 knots of wind. Yeah, it's just that ferry coming in. Rented a car to do that. Good call, Graham, busy season. Any good bays for anchoring around V's that are not Kut or Commeasure? Yes. Yes, okay, yes there is. So, positive, I like that. Okay, good base for anchoring around V's that is not Kut or Commeasure. Let's hit that, because that was going to be my next day. So, let's come around south a little. There's not a lot on the north side. I've actually cruised this entire coastline of V's. I did the whole thing one day in a C57, in and out of every single one. There are some beautiful spots in here, but it's not always sheltered and not a lot of space. So let's look at, how do I do this when I'm at home? That's not gonna, oh no. Oh. When I've got the line selected, it's a bit tougher. Man, there's no music. I need some music running. I might do that actually. Just for me. I won't have sound audio coming through, everyone. I'll mute my playthrough audio. System audio, mute. There we go. Epidemic sound, thank you very much. Okay, let's come around. Oh, that's how I do it. Stauncheats is a great spot for mooring balls as well. This is a beautiful cruise around here. Come around early. So let's talk about Great Bays. I'm going to say for this one, this is a nice little route around. See the Green Cave. Come around into Rukavats. I'm just going to end it here, and then we're going to talk about a few spots. You see I've got a bunch of pins here. So this is Tuesday. This is Vis to South Vis. Okay, so in here, depending on the angle your weather's coming in on, there's another Milner here. Plaža Zaglav, this is cool. There's just this little area off here. If there's not too many boats, is a nice spot to stop. Here as well. I came in here, so I brought, that was in that spot, wasn't it? Yeah. So we came across from Lastovo. We came across from Lastovo one day, and we had just about no wind the entire way until across here, and then we got a great sail in. We dropped into this bay, and you should have seen the roll cloud coming over. It was massive. We got the other boat that was with us onto the last mooring ball that was in here, and I dropped anchor. But we dropped anchor in a bit quicker. It was a small area. Basically, the wind hit. It was 40 odd knots, and great fun and rain. And it was like, nah, this anchor's just going to slip. So I pulled it up, and I went over here and anchored in here, and we had this rainstorm. But this was good holding here. Thunder and lightning and rain. It was a beautiful spot to stop. There is bay, so if you want a little bit of security, there's a couple of restaurants here, Dalmatino, that you can get a mooring ball in here. There's more mooring balls getting put in, and this is a good anchorage. See this little spot right here? You can see it on the Google Maps. This is where the ridge comes up a little bit. It's a bit shallower, so you can get a bit of a grab in 8 meters instead of having to be in 12 or 15. That's great. This is, okay, I'm only going to do this really short. This is one of my favorite spots. I love this spot. See this view? It's Caribbean blue. It's absolutely stunning, and you get good holding in. As long as your hook's in here, do a stern line. This is absolutely beautiful. Ruda, okay? Then you've got a number of cool, you've got Steneva Bay, just absolutely rammed with humans and boats and everything here through the day. Overnight, not too bad. There is mooring balls in here that are all way too close to the shore and way too close together. But on certain nights, they're actually okay, and you can stay there for free. I'm pretty sure it's still like that. Okay, I keep getting these comments rolling up. So there is also, I've been into every single one of these bays, which is really, really beautiful. This one has a decent anchorage in it. Okay, that's all right, and it's a lovely little swim and everything into here. You can get a spot in here, as long as nothing south is rolling through. And if you're in the catamarans, you can go and pick up a mooring here at the other Blue Lagoon. Okay, this is a really beautiful spot, and anchoring on this side is actually very practical in some situations. Same with this small little piece here. So look, you kind of got to explore. You've got to go, all right, what looks good today? And you could have a plan. Hey, I'm going to Rura because Nick says it's his favorite spot. But the reality is, if there's 5 other boats in there, you're not going to be able to get in. So just be aware of that. But that's where I would be heading. You know, this is that south side, and there are a half dozen cool spots, but those are the easiest ones. Ruda, Rukavats, and in just outside Milner and Milner Beach here, and then off these islands. That would be where I'm going for Tuesday. So I've been in here, Tuesday down here, a Wednesday to Comija, Thursday, Friday. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be build your own adventure soon. So let's just drop back to the comments. They're piling up. I'm gonna get a hang of this. Season's getting busier. Are there any good bays for anchoring? There we go. What do we got here? What would you recommend to visit in early May if we only have 3 days on the boat? Depends what you like doing. That is a really loaded question. I don't think it really fits into here right now, but I would say don't go further than Hvar, or do a long trip to Viz, do 2 nights on Viz, and then sail back. That's a hard question right now. It depends on the weather. That's really tough. But Sholta is a beautiful island. You could just chill around Sholta and this end of Brach. Stončica, Smokva. Yeah. Thank you, Nico, for answering those questions as well. The end of the pier closest to the bathrooms gets an annoying whooshing sound in the waves coming in. It does, because of the way it breaks it up. That's funny. Were you ever in the little bay north of Pirova Peninsula and Vez? How is the holding? I don't know Pirova Peninsula by name. North of Pirova Peninsula. That would probably be here. Is it this one? Pirova Peninsula. Is Google going to help me with that one, Rovo? Pirovo. Pirovo? What did you say? Pirovo Peninsula. You might have to send me a pin of that one or something. Drop a Google link into the drop a Google pin into the comments, Lovdo, and I'll have a look. Because that could also be over here, couldn't it? Yeah, I don't want to spend the time hunting for it. Drop a Google pin in there for me, Lovdo, and I'll check that out. Anchors lines ashore. Lovdo. Stončica is great, but beware the entrance to the bay can be very rolly. Yeah, that's the one. Thanks at Nico and Nick. Great info. Good to go. Also, pretty much. Is Viz to last of a good sail? Hell yeah. It's a great sail. It's an absolutely great sail. If you got wind. And I love arriving at Lastovo because there's just about always somewhere to go in Lastovo. And you can arrive there later. It's great. The Church Peninsula. Oh, I have been in there. Thank you, Pirovo. Okay, great. I didn't know that was the name of that beach. Okay, yes, I have, but it's deep. When they see the swim line they put out, once they put the swim line out, you're looking at 15 meters. And if you're sitting there with a charter anchor of 50 to 60 meters, that's not easy. The holding's all right. There is a bit of Posidonia down there. There's a bit of weed down there, but it's good. What does the depth say of that spot? Let's have a look on the. Oh, I've got to click on this. This is tough. Next iPhone. Okay, so depth in there. Yeah, see, look, that swim line is running like. If I clear that. That swim line's running like right through here. So see, you get out into 15, 18, 20 meters. It's actually, if you can anchor in here, I've done it in the off season when the swim line's not there, and you can see it on Google Maps that is the spot. Oops, that is the spot to be. All right, it's great, and the holding is good. But with the swim line there, it's deep. You're talking 20 meters. So yes and no. Yeah, all right. Guppy, I've always gone to Lastovo and Viz and loved it. Last year had a great wind. Yeah, it's a beautiful sail. Absolutely beautiful sail. Okay, let's back it up and we're into that Tuesday run down here. So look, this is very much like, you would have been planning your weather. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's do it as if now we have ended up on the south of V's in one of those bays tonight, and here's what our weather's going to do. Because I just don't know how to guess the weather right now. So we chose a very good spot to be tonight on the south of V's. This is beautiful. Okay, we've got 7 knots true, whatever it is, and let's see how it's forming overnight. There we go. It's going to turn to the northwest. We've still chosen a great spot, and that's 2:24 in the morning, and it's going calm overnight as we'd expect. Oh no, hang on. I jumped ahead a day. No, okay, Wednesday. What's today? Tuesday. So your Wednesday is then going to go northwest. Okay, so effectively I'm like, right, Wednesday is northwest, which could take me back to Hard. Thursday is then going to turn northeast. So I don't want to get stuck down here if this northeast picks up stronger than it says. And Friday's calm and possibly northeast. So let's run on that basis. On that basis, I've got a medium light northwest day the next day, followed by some northeast coming up. So in that sense, I would say, okay, I want to start getting back towards base. And if I've got light wind, I don't want to get stuck motoring all the way back. So if your guests or yourself or anyone want to visit the Blue Cave down on Bicheval, this is cool down here. You could whip down and do that on this afternoon before you find your bay or before you go to Comisia. Comisia is a beautiful port. Absolutely love it. Notoriously rolly in the south as well though. So be careful of that. And then get your night there and then come around and pick up a little bit of Venturi effect of that northwest coming through here and come back up into this region here. Okay, so let's say our Wednesday now is actually coming back around this side to be in the lee of the island early morning swimming and sail across to somewhere like Milner. This is nice. I like Milner. Milner's got some mooring balls run by some restaurants. You can anchor in there. So this is Wednesday, Milner Hard. Okay, so you have a shorter day now that you've had these couple of big days. You've got 2 short days in here. Wednesday gets you over here to Milner, and you can hang out. Look how beautiful that water is. This is gorgeous in here as well. So any northwest, this gets really sheltered, and the northwest comes up hard along this coast, which is really cool. Remember the south of Far, these mountains here, all of this funnels the northwest down here and the northeast. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so that's it. We've got a couple more comments here. Nico, totally agree. If you get there early, it's stunning, very satisfying leaving the crowds and arrive at the mass. Yeah. Could you produce a pins file following this video for us to download on Google Maps? Thanks, Wes. I'm going to say no. This is a service I do for itinerary planning, and you can kind of see a lot of my pins going on here. Feel free to rip it off the video if you can, go through and I get the views. But this is something I actually generally sell, so I'm not going to export this for you guys in this particular case. But if you do the itinerary planning session with me, then you get all of it, and then you can plagiarize me from there. But no, I won't export that. Yeah, sorry. No, not sorry. I won't export that. But thank you for watching, and I hope it's helpful all the same. But yeah, as I say, this is a service that we sell, and we're giving these sessions away for free because I don't know, just want to. Okay, so into Milner here. We used to have a favorite restaurant in here, but it's changed owners, and I don't know if it's still good, but it changed owners, and we were there for the people. So much of what we do around Croatia is all about people. That's why we love Vrboska so much. Okay, so we were going northwest to northwest. Lovro, delete that comment. That's a secret. Nico, get him. Okay, so we're now into Thursday, and I'd be wanting to come out here thinking of that northeast coming up, and start moving my way back for a Thursday night so that my Friday's not a long night. Now, I'm going to be honest, if it was coming up northeast, I was expecting that. One, this could be a great sail. Actually, this would be what I would do. I would sail back and spend a night at Maslenitsa. I would have seen this coming, and I would have booked Maslenitsa on about Sunday or Monday, depending on when in the season we were. And I would stay at the marina in Maslenitsa, Martinez Marquis, because I really like it. Thursday, Milna, Hvar to Maslenitsa. Whoopsie. Maslenitsa, Scholta. No, I haven't done accents the whole night. So this could be marina or on anchor. It depends what you're after. And there's other options around here as well. But what I'm doing here, and this is here, I'm going after the sort of stuff that I like. Sorry, I got to get into this. Those of us that stay on the stream and watch all the stream and all that. Well, we're going an hour now, so if you're here, hit another couple of likes. I've got a love heart on one of them. That must be Facebook. This is hilarious. So Nico, hey, if the secret places won't be a secret anymore, but that's cool. Lovdo says, how is Portat Bay on Bichavo? And this is when I said, hey, put away that comment. That's a secret. Lovdo, the best. Okay, so there we go. Take that one. We're not going to talk about it. What do you think of Luka Staneva, north of Hvar? There is a pier for 2 boats for free. Yes, I have seen this. I've never stayed on the pier. It's up here, isn't it? Hang on, where am I? No, this way. Luka Staneva, here. Yeah, look, I've heard good things about this, and yeah, you can jump in on that pier. You might end up dealing with some locals or saying, hey, it's, you can't be here because they want to be there. But I've never stayed. I've anchored in here, I've swam, I've snorkeled, it's beautiful, lovely bay. I've never stayed on the pier, so I don't have a comment on that other than I've seen boats do it, I've heard about it. Go for it, give it a go. Or if you're coming past, sail in and just check it out for your next one through. Great one. Haven't been there in 15. Did I just do all that without? I just did all that without sharing my screen. Sorry. Let's just hit that again really quickly. I zoomed into here. This is Hvar town. This is Luka Staneva here, and there is that bay. As I said, I've anchored in here for a swim and all that sort of stuff, but I've never stayed on the pier myself. So that is where that is. Yeah. So check it out. Sail past, check it out for yourself. Haven't been there in 15 years. Good to hear. It's still beautiful. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Everyone go there and give Yellowknife a visit to Kodyaksha. We're talking about this spot. You'll have to go back in the stream. Luka Vera is nice. Agreed. Luka Vera is nice. That's in here. Okay. So that puts me back Thursday night into Maslenitsa. And I'm kind of repeating areas. The reason, I must have been thinking this in the beginning. Okay. Because I was thinking for a first timer coming through for this itinerary plan. Now, having gone into an easy one here, thinking that maybe they would spend the last night here, sailing out here and sailing through this area and past it is going to familiarize yourself with that spot, okay? So just because you're repeating stuff, you're kind of repeating stuff, kind of not, but familiarizing yourself with a place earlier in the week, going, actually, that's where we're going to come back to, seeing how the wind's working on that day, seeing how the boats are. Just having a visual is really good. It's going to help you come in if the weather was adverse or if you had to think a bit more at that time. So that's why I ran that through there. Now that puts you into Maslenitsa or somewhere around here. Sheshula. I actually spent, this is a really beautiful spot. We took a, catamaran, that Fountain Peugeot 47 in here, and I actually first anchored in this little patch and went stern to these rocks because it just looked really cool. We're going to jump off some stuff. But it just, the weather was coming the weather switched on me and it just wasn't feeling good. So I shifted, I moved, I dropped in this clear staff, dragged all the way back here, put 2 stern lines out, and we had a nice afternoon and evening. So that was a really good spot as well, given you have the right direction of weather. Get the weight on your stern lines with the wind over the stern, not on your anchor. Yeah, and also you've got Dervinik, you've got all of this around here that you can check out too. So that puts you Friday Friday morning, and I love a lazy morning in Maslenica. I love a lazy morning in Maslenica. Chill out. You can swim directly off the pier. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know this, hey, where's my, you know this symbol, can you see that? No, you can't see that. Have a look at the 45D logo on YouTube. The background of that is right there. It's that beautiful water. Anyway, that's just a side note. When that comes up in trivia, when I'm really famous and one day forever, you can say, actually, I know where that is. So you can swim off here. It's, look, there's coffee all along the river. There's good food. There's great restaurants. There's local restaurants. There's cheap restaurants. There's takeaways. There's beach bar out here. There's beautiful swimming. I really like this spot. And it's a really nice wind down at the end of the week. Need a reservation. Do not get caught on this. I'm a princess, okay? I don't like the boat moving up and down and sloshing around at night. I don't sleep. Do not end up on this outside pier. They have mooring they have lazy lines and stuff. If you call up and it's southeast or it's northwest strong wind and they say, yeah, the inside's full, but we can reserve you a place on the outside pier. Make sure the weather's right for that. Okay, not southeast and not a strong northwest because it will be bouncy on that outside pier. Northeast, absolutely fine. Just be aware of that. You've been warned. Good anchorage out around here as well. So then you've got a lazy morning and a short distance to get back to base. You could choose to come around early if you wanted to into Rogac to get fuel instead of fighting the docks at the other end, or you can just have a slow day sailing back and do the Trogair fuel dock with everyone else. Which, look, I actually don't think it's that bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. I have a video on that fuel dock showing how it works and how full it is. Yeah, so just be aware. It can get a bit crazy, and if that's going to scare you off, then plan to fill up on either Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, somewhere like Rogac or whatever, or get back early, you know, sort of midday into Trogair, fill up at the fuel station, then come out to a spot like this or whatever and just enjoy the afternoon and go in at 5. All right, what do we got coming up here on the comments? Let's get rid of that one. Steneva is a nice anchor as well. Wrong Steneva, where there's one east of Jelsa. Yeah, there's Mala Steneva. Share screen, Nick, don't get this wrong. This is a beautiful bay. Sean Gallagher and his boys call it Jurassic Park. Down here. This one here. Is that, I think it's this one. Is that the jumping rocks? No, there's too many houses. It's the next one. Mala Steneva. Yeah, this is gorgeous. These rocks are awesome to jump off. I anchored right here and put stern right to this, and it's like steep cliff. I rock climbed up and put a line up on it. It's absolutely beautiful. This whole area is absolutely beautiful. Very exposed to the northeast. Be aware, very exposed to the northeast. Do not be there in the northeast. Yeah, but beautiful spot. Beautiful spot. Wrong Steneva. There's another one east of Jelsa. Yeah. Portat, pretty much the same as it was. Yeah, just a bit busier. There's a few people that know that they should bring a tour over there, and it's pretty much one of the only places that's got an actual sand beach. Actual sand. All good to die for. Yeah. Is there a plan for a new marina in Sheshula Bay? I believe there is. I think they're talking about it. Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to put something over here. I had this thrown out as an option as well, but that didn't make sense to me. I don't know. I do not know if it's going ahead. You know what, Croatia, if it does go ahead, it's probably be 25 years. Oh man, I wasn't sharing again. Gosh, I need electric shock when I do that. What I did, I zoomed in on Sholta down here. Sheshula talking about a new possible marina going in here, or I hear it was possibly going to go up to Shipova, but I don't know. I thought it was Shipova, but yeah, anyway. It would be dumb if it went to, would it be dumb if it went to Sheshula? I think it would be dumb if it went to Sheshula. All right. We're starting to get through. Where are you going one day in that soul video of yours? Yeah, I want to know that one, Lovdo. Lovdo, are you going to join our Sharpen Up and do solo? Come on, man. What's going on? Dogwash Fuel Station on Friday opens at only 2, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think you're mistaken, though different times of the season, different hours. So there's definitely time of the year where that is open in the morning on Friday, 100%. Yeah. Pokrevenik, oh yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, I know you like Pokrevenik. I sent you up there. Pokrevenik's gorgeous. Oh yeah, I love that. Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Better to fuel Thursday evening. Yeah, in my humble opinion, I agree. Yeah, that one too. What do we got? Positive? Nah, it's closing at 2. At positive, closing at 2 p.m. Yeah, that actually sounds more like it. Yeah, at least it was last season. It's definitely open in the mornings though. That's what they have listed on Google too. What about Labadusa or Lampedusa? Labadusa? Is that Lampedusa? Where's Lampedusa? Hang on, Labadusa. I gotta Google it. Lampedusa is a cocktail bar. Lampedusa is a cocktail bar in Stardigrad. Oh, whoops. Labadusa. Okrugoni. That's a little way away. Oh no, oh, that one there. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, look, we anchor in here sometimes. It's a busy spot. It's with the day trippers, okay? This is all in range of the day trippers. So, like, it's cool. Look at this rock here. You got to be real. See all these sheets of rock? That is really bad anchoring. This is good here. You can see it. Hey, and this is maybe this is a hack. I use Google Maps satellite view for anchoring advice all the time. Especially in Greece, because the charts in Greece are rubbish. And so I would use Google Maps to see where all the balmy rocks and where the good anchoring was. But yeah, Labadusa, yeah, it's a nice spot. I took a flotilla of 8 boats there last year, and we took over the whole place. It's a nice... Oh my God, I'm not sharing my screen. How many times am I going to do this tonight? Probably 10 more. Yeah, that's on the south of Chiovo here. Okay, so it's also, because it's connected to the mainland, it's within driving, so the beach itself and the bars and stuff, they get really busy. Still a beautiful spot though, absolutely beautiful spot. But it's flipped on Saturday. We're still talking about opening times. 25 boats waiting all morning. Yeah, they run them through pretty quick. That little video is between Stonchitz and Villa Luca. I'm planning to start filming actual solo adventures soon. Turning 18 in a few days. I'm far to be able to be a skipper. Nice. Sorry, I meant Friday when I said Saturday. Copy. You just doubled your subscribers. And yes, come and join the flotilla. Yeah, dude, like guys, jump on Lovro's channel. Click on Lovro's channel. Hit him up with some subscribers. How many we got people watching? We've got 25 still watching. Can we throw 25 subscribers Lovro's way and see where his adventures come this season? I want to see some new videos. Not sharing screen again. Yeah, thank you. Screwed up. Regarding Sharpen Up Flotilla, I really want to join. However, I'm battling a relentless, fundamentally broken educational system. One day I'll join, I promise. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's take a look at this thing in terrain. Okay, so look, that was a basic 7-day, pretty cruisy, kind of the main hotspots with a few little bits and pieces thrown in there. Itinerary plan for someone to follow. And look, I think, I know, I hope you liked it. I hope this was helpful. I need a drink. Someone asked, again, yeah, throw some, while I'm going over this one, throw some questions out that maybe weren't related to this itinerary, and I will answer as many of those as I can in the next 11 minutes, but then I'm going to sign off because we'll be coming up an hour and a half. So, what was I going to say there? Itinerary plans. You can have an itinerary plan. You can have, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, while there. Oh, maybe we'll reverse it or whatever. Maybe we'll swap things around. You have to, as a skipper, you need to be looking at this every day. Does it still work? Predict wind or windy, or use the charts, have a look at the clouds, look outside, see how it's working. You need to get very, like you just have to get in sync with the weather and plan ahead. Put your worst contingencies in there. I know people want to be, oh my gosh, I'm really tired. I know people want to hang out at the swimming spots longer and, but just a little bit more. No, can we arrive late? You as the skipper, you got to deal with that stuff, okay? And when you arrive late and you don't get a spot, or you're hunting around for an anchorage, I've seen it. It breaks my heart to watch people with their families on board trying to come into Marina Parmigiana at 9 at night in 25 to 30 knots, and there's just no space, or there is space, but they're stressed and all this sort of stuff. So just make sure you continue your itinerary planning all the time. Can you turn the sound off the video? And it's just come in watching the live stream. Yeah, just like keep on this all the time. It's amazing being a skipper, and it sucks. Few questions rolling in here. Berg said, where to stay overnight in Lastovo? Oh, I need a whole session on that. I love Lastovo. I'm going to get to that. Thanks, Nick. Hot tub has really got to go. Oh, dude, I feel for you. Get out of here. Have a nice time. Okay, where to stay in Lastovo, overnight in Lastovo. Let's hit that now. What's that? There is. Okay, so I've got 4 more. I've got a couple. Mahina said, "Where's Fox Franca?" That's the last comment I'm going to hit, and then I've got to sign off. This has been great. Okay, where to stay overnight in Lastovo? Well, look here. Take a screenshot of that. That's all my main pins for Lastovo. Look, Scrivena Luca is one of my go-tos. I love Scrivena Luca. Porto Rosso has a pier here that you can jump on. This is, like I said about Vidobosca, this is a very easy anchorage, and it's just about never full. There's now mooring balls out here you can anchor. This is really sheltered, and it's a beautiful spot. They've got stern to with lazy lines on that little pier there. So that's a good overnight spot. Swimming spots. Nico, am I going to give away your spots? Right there, that's Nico's spot. I like to stay overnight here. This is probably called Nick's spot. Oh no, Lastovo Pasadena. All right, there's a submarine tunnel here, and this spot is just absolutely gorgeous. If I had my places set up in my Lastovo, no, those buttons are out of commission. That is just this whole area of Pasadena up here, really, really nice. This bay is really easy anchorage, gets filled up fast. This coast all around here and down here is going to get filled up as well. There's now a big ship's mooring in here, so just be careful of that. But because of the subtunnel and the beautifulness, there's a lot of people, they're all going to do stern lines in general. And there's a buoy field here. Those are good places to stay overnight in Lastovo. And then there's like heaps more. If you saw my solo sailing vlogs from a couple of 3-4 years ago, I came in and anchored here, and I came in and swam in here. Those are really good spots as well, and you can check out that footage. I was going to say, I think it's around vlog number, but I can't remember. Then you've got Zaplapatica, which is got a bunch of restaurants in here and a town pier. If you've got a deep draft, be aware if you're close to the town pier. I was there in a Moray 55, and I was like this far from the bottom. So those are really good as well. Get into on Google and check out those restaurants. And then you've got Saplun. If you want to get away from everything, there's a big mooring field here, and you cannot pass through this gap. Base map, terrain. You cannot pass through this gap, and there's a little anchorage here. So this is, as you could imagine, sheltered from the northwest, not from the southeast, and the northeast just gets in here as well. So it's a northwest spot. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And I've anchored off a couple of these spots in here. They're really pretty too. So that's a quick one on Lastovo. Let's get rid of that. And Olga, you talked about Miet. We'll see. Maybe if we get Dubrovnik to win next week, then we'll look at the Miet and the Dubrovnik area. So cast your votes. Anna, can you check if that poll actually went up? I thought I posted it for next week. Okay. Okay. What's that? Send a coffee, yeah. Hey, look, yeah, I'm going to go over these last questions, but If you enjoyed this and you want to help us out, you can do a super thanks on YouTube, send a couple of bucks or a coffee as we call it, or you can do buy us a coffee. We've got a thing for that. It's on our YouTube description as well. But yeah, those super thanks help to the channels thing, and you can just buy more equipment and drink coffee every night. So throw that out if you want to. A bunch of people subscribing for Lovro, that's great. Where to stay the night before you pick up the boat in Trogia, West Fox. That is a good call. Is he on our YouTube channel? Yes. Google Il Ponte. Okay, that is where to stay. That's we like that one. So yeah, look, search Il Ponte in the vlogs on our YouTube channel. That's where we send a lot of our clients to stay there. It's in a medium to high price range, but beautiful, really, really nice rooms. That would be my recommend on that. And Mahin has just come up with Franca and Il Ponte over the new bridge. The new bridge is in, that's right. And Nico's talking about that. Okay, I'm pretty much just going to have to read these comments and roll off now. So that was a session. I've been talking a lot. You want to stay at swimming spots, that's all fine. And then you stay overnight, that's cool. Promise to do my best. Lovro, very good. No one better to know. Better to be in June when I rock up there. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, there's that one boat. We know that boat. Portorosa has a sand beach and it is shaded in the afternoon, so there are so many octopus to be seen snorkeling there. Yeah, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And great walk up to the lighthouse as well. Had a very poor experience at Augusta Insula in Zakopane. It's a very rude owner. Only bad experience we ever had in Croatia in 4-week sailing, but maybe just because it was end of season. No. He's dick. I've had a very bad experience with that owner in Augusta as well, and was very rude to me and talked down to my crew, talked over the ladies that were trying to ask him questions about the food. And these two ladies were asking him questions, actually 3 ladies, asking him questions about the food. All of them have eaten internationally. 2 of them own restaurants, multiple restaurants in Croatia. And he was talking to them like they were nothing. It really annoyed me. And look, the food was okay. It was okay. It was expensive. The setup is beautiful. The landscaping and all this sort of stuff are very, very cool. But rude guy, I'll never go back there. Ever, ever, ever. Go to, oh, I'm forgetting the names of everything tonight. I suck. Suntour. Go to Konaba Suntour. Suntour, I love those people. They're great. If you watch those solo vlogs from the winter, I went to Suntour in the middle of the winter. They gave me a free dish of food. They just came down and brought me food. I just wanted to stay on the dock. I was going to give you a super thanks until you gave away my favorite spot last Turbo. Don't lie to me. Seen it, thanks, excellent. Il Ponte it is, says Knut. I've heard questionable things about Augusta too. Yeah, look, that's just how it goes. Hey, look, thank you. Thank you very much for watching. 22 people online. Please, is this helpful? Am I going too fast? Is there not enough information? Do you want me to just give everything away for free? Not that I will. Well, I kind of am. Tell me if this is helpful. Yeah. So yeah, I hope it was really good. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you are not. It does help boost everything. Comments on the video if you're not watching live helps boost everything as well. Share this with anyone that's come to Croatia this season and you think it might be helpful. Okay. That's it. And positive. No, you are not crazy. That guy's a one of those. Anyway, hey, maybe he was having a bad day for me and you. I won't hold it against him, but I won't do him any favors. Excellent. Yoris is great. Thank you, Dick. Very helpful. Excellent. Give a like. Yeah, throwing those likes in. Now I've got to stay until all the likes go in because I'm addicted to it. I think that's about it.
Any plans for Discord membership?
Any plans for a Discord membership to connect with others and you? Okay. I'm going to throw one more thing out here. I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't know if this is going to work. Here is my group link for our new system. Now there's nothing much here yet, okay? But we are looking at creating a community and an app and all of the stuff where we can do our bareboat assist and our itinerary planning and have this community around our Sharpen Up flotillas and everything. If that link works, you can jump in and join that community now. And we will be starting to post there soon. I'm not promising any action on it in the next 2 weeks, but it's a community for our Sharpen Up flotilla. We will then be creating another community, which will be for like the 45 degree sailing community. As I say, I don't really know how it works yet, but I'm getting there. So it'd be cool to have some people jump into the group and check it out. I fucking love it. Eco. Oh, brilliant. All right. So that's the lot. Thank you so much, everyone. Catch you in the next live stream next week on Tuesday. We are doing, I don't know, do I? Did I put it in the calendar? Tuesday. Oh, am I? I'm going to be in Barcelona. I'll be back by then. Will I be back by then? I've got to check. Basically, we're doing the next in our charter series, and I don't know what that is right now, but it will be sent out on email. So make sure you're part of that. Yeah, so get on it, and we'll see you on that live stream for next charter tips here in Croatia. Thank you very much. Going to run the cutscene and get out of here. I need to go to bed.